Hello friends, this is Adam with Movie Guy 365, and today I'm going to review the Armie Hammer horror film original on Hulu, Wounds. Channel, please hit the like button, subscribe, hit that bell notification. I put out videos every single day. You can also find me over Twitter and Instagram at MovieGuy365, as well as over at the Disney Magic Hour podcast. I will leave a link for that in the description. Okay, so Wounds has officially hit the streaming service of Hulu. I was a little confused about this release. I kept hearing that it was going to be released on Netflix, and there's even something you can search for on Netflix, but finally found out that it was released on Netflix internationally and then Hulu here in the States. So after finally finding it, I had a chance to check it out because I like a good horror film. I'm a big fan of Armie Hammer. I think he's very underrated as an actor. Of course, Zazie Beetz is in this. I was very excited to see she was here. And I like, as I mentioned, a good horror film. But horror films utilizing technology kind of can be just a little very hit or miss. And it's just one of those things that it could be great, it could be a train wreck, or it could be, you know, who knows. Anyway, so I checked this one out, and I have to say, honestly, it was okay. But just to give you overall premise, so Armie Hammer is a bartender at his local bar, and 4 teenagers come in one day, well, underage, and basically BS their way through a free beer, and a fight ensues. Something happens to one of his patrons, and a phone gets left behind. Now, it's just a very innocuous phone, nothing special about it. And then he starts, you know, perusing through it because, hey, he wants to be a good Samaritan and return it. All the while, you know, strange things start happening as he's using this phone. Now, this is very reminiscent, and there's even a couple scenes referring to, like, The Ring. Now, there's a lot of, like, you know, you get a little confused because the movie doesn't exactly spell it out for you. And I don't think every movie needs to spell a premise out to you, but it should at least kind of make a little bit of sense. You're at no time kind of really understanding, like, what these teens have to do. Are they victims? Are they, you know, conspirators about this phone? They make that very ambiguous, and that kind of gets a little annoying after a while. And the unknown horror that's happening is just things like visions and just anger and, you know, things that are just make a person just deteriorate. And it seems to mostly be relegated to Armie Hammer and his now living girlfriend, played by Dakota Johnson, who really is not a great actress. I'm sorry. Sometimes she's okay in things, but like in this movie, it really pulled me out. Like, it looked like she was straight up reading from a cue card. It was very distracting. Zazie Beetz is in the movie as somebody that Armie Hammer's kind of into, but, you know, him trying to, like, get with her, and then just, he's not an overly nice guy, and you're not really sure if it's because of the effects of the phone, or it's just like something that's just been buried deep beneath him and it's just coming out because of the phone. They kind of allude to it a little bit towards the end, but they don't really kind of give him enough character development to really kind of like, oh, that could be a reason, or, oh, it's kind of a cool thing if, you know, he's only reacting because of this. They don't make that clear. And of course, his girlfriend gets wrapped up into it somehow, but there's a very Rings-esque kind of scene with involving her and a laptop that's straight up like a rip, like straight up. And it's just little things like that kind of kept pulling me out of the film. It's very creepy. It's definitely one of those that, hey, it would be if you're watching it with the lights out and your surround sound on, it could maybe, you know, give you a jump scare or two. But overall, it's more creepy and kind of gross than it is scary. There isn't a whole lot of scare factor in it. But there's too many things that don't make sense, and then the director's kind of just not really, you know, helping us out, like, with the little, you know, progression of the story. Like, we need to know certain things. We can't be left wondering, oh, who's this person following me in the car, and why are they, you know, after the phone? You know, they don't answer any of those questions in any meaningful way. And the ending is very abrupt, and it kind of, yeah, it's a very creepy moment, but it's just kind of, I don't know, like, you're looking for some resolution, not like potential for a sequel. That's kind of how I felt about it. So Wounds is one of those movies that if you're bored and you want something to watch on a Halloween evening or an evening in October, that kind of thing, sure, give it a shot. But this is definitely not going to leave any lasting impressions, in my opinion. So I'm going to give this one a 5 out of 10. I felt it could have been a little bit better. There's some plot lines that go nowhere. There's no explanations. And I feel it was just a little bit, you know, kind of almost a little half-assed on the storytelling. So let me know in the comments below if you had a chance to check out Wounds and what did you think. In the meantime, please like, subscribe, hit that bell notification. I put out videos every single day. So until next time, this is Adam with Movie Guy 365. I will see you at the movies.